Thank you for purchasing a JUKI sewing machine. We hope this DVD will be helpful for you to enjoy your sewing. To ensure your safety, turn off the power switch and unplug the power cord from its electrical outlet in these situations. While sewing, keep an eye on the needle and keep hands away from all the moving parts. With the sewing machine turned off, insert the foot control plug into its connector on the sewing machine. Connect the power line cord to the machine by inserting the 2-hole plug into the main plug socket. Connect the power line plug to the wall outlet. Turn on the power switch. The sewing lamp will light up when the switch is turned on. The machine will start running when Start-Stop button is pressed. And will stop when pressed the second time. Color of the button indicates machine status. If you want to sew with foot control, slowly depress the foot control to start sewing. Release the foot control to stop the sewing machine. When these patterns are selected, reverse is pressed to sew in reverse. If you press and hold the reverse button, the machine will sew backwards until you release the button. Press the reverse button when these patterns are selected. The machine will sew a reinforcement stitch at a low speed and the machine will automatically stop. When these patterns are selected, the machine will immediately sew 3 locking stitches when the auto lock button is pressed, then automatically stop. When these patterns are selected, press the Auto Stop button. The machine will sew 3 locking stitches at the end of the current pattern and automatically stop. With the needle up-down position button, you decide whether the needle shall stop in the up position or in the material when you stop sewing. The speed limiting adjustment lever can control the sewing speed. To increase the speed, slide the lever to the right. To decrease the sewing speed, slide the lever to the left. Turn on the power switch and the LED indicator above the straight stitch pattern will be lit. To select other patterns, press the Pattern Selection button to the right of the row that contains your desired pattern. Stop when the LED indicator above your pattern is lit. When you select a stitch, the machine will automatically set the recommended stitch width and length. The stitch width can be regulated by sliding the stitch width adjustment lever. For a narrower stitch, slide the lever to the left. For a wider stitch, slide the lever to the right. At each manual adjustment point, the LED will blink 3 times. The LED indicator next to the lever will blink to indicate the setting is in the auto position. When these patterns are selected, the needle position is regulated by the stitch width adjustment lever. When you slide the stitch width adjustment lever to the left, the needle position will move to the left. When you slide the stitch width adjustment lever to the right, the needle position will move to the right. The stitch length can be regulated by sliding the stitch length adjustment lever. To shorten the stitch length, slide the lever to the left. For a longer stitch length, slide the lever to the right. At each manual adjustment point, the LED will blink 3 times. The LED indicator next to the lever will blink to indicate the setting is at the auto position. The basic thread tension setting is 4. To increase the tension, turn the dial to the next number up. To reduce the tension, turn the dial to the next number down. The presser foot lifter raises and lowers your presser foot. When sewing several layers of thick fabrics, the presser foot can be raised a second stage for easy positioning of the work. Standard presser foot pressure is set at 2. For sewing very thin fabric, loosen the pressure by turning the screw counterclockwise to move the screw upward and the pressure decreased. For heavy fabric, tighten the pressure by turning the screw clockwise to move the screw downward and the pressure increased. The inside of the snap-in sewing table is used as an accessory box. Free arm sewing is convenient for sewing tubular areas such as pant hems and cuffs. With the sewing table off the machine, the feed dog adjustment lever can be seen on the base in back of the sewing machine. Sliding the lever to the left will lower the feed dog, for example during button sewing. If you wish to continue sewing normally, slide the lever to the right in order to raise the feed dogs. Make a complete turn to raise the feed dogs. To ensure your safety, turn off the power switch and unplug the power cord from its electrical outlet when changing the presser foot. Raise the presser foot, press the lever and the foot will disengage. Place the presser foot pin under the cutout of the presser foot holder. Lower the presser foot holder and the presser foot will engage automatically. Attach the edge quilting guide in the slot as shown. Adjust accordingly to need for hems, pleats, etc. Turn on the power switch. Place the thread and spool holder onto the spool pin. Snap the thread into the thread guide. Wind the thread clockwise around the bobbin winder tension discs. Place the thread end through one of the inner holes in the bobbin and place empty bobbin on the spindle. Push the bobbin to the right. When the bobbin winder spindle is pushed to the right, the Start-Stop button turns orange. Hold the thread tail securely in one hand. Press on the foot control or the Start-Stop button to start winding the bobbin. After the bobbin has wound a few turns, stop the machine and cut the thread near the hole of the bobbin. Continue filling the bobbin until it is full. The motor stops automatically when the bobbin is full. Push the bobbin winder spindle to the left. Cut the thread and then remove the bobbin. To ensure your safety, turn off the power switch and unplug the power cord from its electrical outlet when inserting or removing the bobbin. When inserting or removing the bobbin, the needle must be fully raised. Open the bobbin cover plate. Insert the bobbin in the bobbin case with the thread running in a counterclockwise direction. With a finger held gently on top of the bobbin. Draw the thread at the arrow markings into the stitch plate thread guide from A to B. Pull the thread at the arrow markings into the stitch plate thread guide from B to C. To cut off excess thread, pull thread back over the cutting off blade at point C. Close the bobbin cover plate. Start by raising the needle to its highest point, and also raise the presser foot to release the tension discs. Draw the thread from the spool through the upper thread guide. Guide the thread around the thread guide, pulling the thread through the pre-tension spring. Thread the tension module by pressing the thread between the silver discs. Then down and around the check spring holder. At the top of this movement, pass the thread from right to left through the slotted eye of the take-up lever and then downwards again. Pass the thread behind the flat, horizontal thread guide. Guide the thread through the wire loop. To ensure your safety, turn off the power switch and unplug the power cord from its electrical outlet when threading the needle. Raise the needle to its highest position and lower the presser foot. Lower the needle threader lever slowly and draw the thread through the thread guide, and then to the right. The needle threader automatically turns to the threading position, and the hook pin passes through the needle eye. Take the thread in front of the needle. Hold the thread loosely and release the lever slowly. The hook will turn and pass the thread through the needle eye, forming a loop. Pull the thread through the needle eye. To ensure your safety, turn off the power